Thank you, Cherry. That was such a lovely introduction. And nice to virtually meet you. And thank you, everyone, for having me. I am the director for the kids program at the Randolph Performing Arts
Thank you,
Center.
Cherry.
And we are under the umbrella of the Randolph College, which is a professional performing arts program that's post-secondary for 2 years. And so our kids program is an offshoot of that amazing college program. So we were very fortunate to receive funding from the Kiwanis Festival last year for an amazing initiative that we had never been able to offer before. And so I'm going to tell you a little bit more about our organization. I'm going to tell you about our amazing grant program. I have a video to show you a little bit about what the students did. And then I'm going to share a little bit more just about how COVID has really affected our program and how we are optimistically looking forward as we continue into the new year. And I can share my screen, and it's been a while, so I'm going to make sure that I do this properly. All right, can everybody see this? You can always give me a thumbs up. You can tell me some teaching kids. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Okay, great. Amazing. So, Randolph Kids Program, the founder of the program was Loren Randolph, and she started our program in 1996 with a 1 week summer camp, which was at the time very unheard of because there was singing, dancing, and acting all in the one camp. It was pretty new to the area at the time. So we have been going strong ever since. And every summer we offer summer camps. Only summer we have missed was 2020. 2020. Yeah, 2021. Last year we had camps again. So technically this year is our 25th anniversary. So we're very excited to be offering lots of camps. Our vision is that we're a brave and inspiring community, nurturing the artists within. We work very hard to provide a safe, accessible, and inclusive space for kids of all races, genders, orientations, and abilities. We don't have audition-based programs. You know, if there is a child that has never had performance background or anything before, we welcome them in with warm arms. A lot of our graduates have gone on to do some amazing things, even from the kids program. And you can see some of the notable past students here on this list, especially activist Rachel Parent. And we are always supportive of our grads, and we like to invite them back every year to like help out with the program. We bring them on as staff for different events and continue to support them however we can. So we're located at 736 Bathurst Street in Toronto, which is Bathurst and Bloor, so we're right downtown. And we have a beautiful facility. We've got these large, amazing studios, lots of different equipment and things available to us for our program. And we have some theaters in the space. And this year we're actually renting an off-site theater for our big dance show, which is a first for us and pretty exciting. And we offer all sorts of different performing arts programs. So we have everything from dance, starting at age 3, believe it or not, to 17. We have ballet, tap, jazz, acro, contemporary, hip hop. And usually in a typical year, we run 55 to 65 dance classes. And you can see that we've included that in the past 2 years, we've been operating at a 50% capacity. So it's definitely really hit our program and made things harder. We also offer theater performance, which is our main, most exciting program that most kids come to us for Broadway babies, Triple Threat, which is singing, dancing, and acting in musicals, pre-college, where they get to work on original musical pieces. This year, we have an amazing team that's come in, Kieran McMillan and Murray Foster, who's actually the bassist from Great Big Sea. They've written an amazing musical. The kids are working on it. It's pretty exciting. And then we offer summer camps. So summer camps this year are for ages 5 to 14. You can see we've got like a wide variety of really fun, like very creative and collaborative camps. That was our big push last year, especially with our grant initiative, which I'll speak about, which was a camp, really just to get kids to connect again after being separated for so long. So you can see like making a music video and YouTube camp, a lot of things where kids don't have to have previous experience in any kind of arts, just come be creative and join into the team. We have an amazing team of teachers. We are very, very lucky. We have loyal, dedicated faculty that return every year and always say how much they love Randolph because the kids just really want to be there and they're good, dedicated kids. Everyone on our team has professional background in the arts, so they have a lot to offer. And we really stress that we know every child is not going to go off and be a professional performer. That's not our goal. It's to offer the soft skills. It's to be able to give them a safe space to be creative, to figure out what they are good at, to highlight those strengths, and really just to explore and learn. We like to be connected with our community as much as possible, even in the craziest of times. We always support local businesses. We have a whole bunch of different businesses that come in and help us with our showcases. We've done shop local raffles and things like that in our community. We're always part of the summer festivals. We, in normal times when we can perform and be out in the community, we have our performance groups. They perform at the Christmas market, Marley's and Argos games, U of T basketball games. We really like to be able to get the kids out and having performance opportunities. Every year we also we have a bursary and a scholarship program. So at different times of the year, parents can donate towards our bursary and scholarship programs. So we do offer scholarships to students who throughout the year have really shown growth. They don't have to be the most talented or the most dedicated, like they're every week student. But if we notice that a student really could use a scholarship to come back and try a second class because maybe their family could only afford one class, or they show so much ability that we'd love for them to try another style, something like that. So we offer scholarships and we offer the bursary program. And last year we also did pay what you can tickets as well for all of our virtual showcases. And we're kind of like a whole family approach. So we have all the families come and volunteer when it's showcases and open houses to get help backstage with all the students. We have adult classes, and then we always have a big end of term open house so their kids can come watch them, and we have snacks and drinks, and it's really lovely. So this is just some testimonials from some of our lovely families on what they like about us. And just if you wanted to follow us on social media, we're not super exciting, but we're out there and you can see some videos and things from the children that we've done. So that's a little bit about us. So last year, I'm going to stop share and I will switch to my next screen. Last year, we were really blessed to receive a $10,000 grant from the Kiwanis Festival, and we were able to run a very special program just for the IMPOC community, and based around exposing them to artistic, creative endeavors that maybe they had never had an opportunity to be exposed to before. So I have a little handout on that I'm going to pull up. I can tell you more. Maybe I can. We'll see. Okay, can everybody see this? Anybody got me a thumbs up? Amazing, great. So what we called this initiative last year was the IMPOC Musical Theater Creation Lab. We wanted it to be based off the original camp idea of acting, singing, and dancing to bring that full circle. And we didn't necessarily need it to come into fruition with like a musical theater piece or a musical. It was more of an idea of offering a space for the kids to explore and be creative. Maybe they had never done movement before and improv movement. They may never have written a script before or had the opportunity to actually act and speak in front of a group and work on their speaking skills. So really, the team we brought in was quite fantastic. They taught them how to create music and loops using a specific audio creation machine. They wrote new pieces of music. They spoke from their heart. They told their own stories. So our real meaning for this the performance pieces was to reflect on COVID because they had in particularly been so hard hit. So we wanted them to have the opportunity to just share their stories and how it made them feel and how it changed their lives, and really just express and explore. And it was more process based again than performance based. We really just wanted them to be exposed to artistic creation and what that looks like. And many of them, I would say, we had 8 altogether in the program. I would say at least 5 of them had never done anything like this before. So it was pretty exciting. So this was our creative team. Janice Jolie was one of our teachers, and I love this quote from her, so I included it. This program has confirmed for me that we need young IPOC voices to be nurtured and amplified because there is so much unseen and unheard talent, heart, and stories. And these kids were just so blown away and excited from this experience. I included some of their quotes here. I love this one, that the program has inspired me to think about pursuing a performing arts career. But I also loved this program has supported and inspired me to keep pushing and fighting for spaces to fill my voice and others. And these are just young teenagers that this program was for. So it was amazing to be able to see the impact that we were able to provide just from this 2-week space, right? They love the most about people and the friends. Some of them felt like they had never connected to other kids that they felt were similar to themselves and similar in experiences. And because it was a vulnerable, artistic, creative space, they really got close, and a lot of them left being friends. I will also share that we did offer a full year scholarship to our musical theater program to one of the students from this program as well, which was really wonderful to see them grow and expand. And they definitely were nervous, but they're doing a wonderful job, and they're going to be performing in our Addams Family musical in June. So we're pretty excited. Future program enhancements, other things we might like to do in the future if we were able to do another creation lab like this. We'd like to help them have like a more of a studio experience on like how to record and create things, especially because in the digital world and the digital space we're in, a lot of those skills will be very tangible and useful for them to get their voices out there. They really love the clown work that we started, and that was something very like surprising, which was great to get the feedback from them on what they wanted to do more. So it was pretty exciting. So I'm going to share a short video. We have the full production of like different pieces that they had put together. Again, still process based. Nothing is perfect. Everything is, in motion, and they're still learning and growing. But we did create just like a mini little clip to show you all a little bit more about this program. Now, I will say some of the audio isn't fantastic, so bear with us because we didn't have a professional microphone on our camera, but I think you'll get the gist. So I'm going to pull this up. I think we can all see it. I'll move this back.
And we want to be part of inspiring others, especially folks that are like, whoa.
So just a short snippet of some things. We were very fortunate to be able to use the theater space, which was really fun for them because some of them had like the one testimony you saw in there. that particular student had never done anything artistic, only sports and things like that, had never had this opportunity. So it was really special for them and nerve wracking. We dealt with a lot of nerves and a lot of unsure feelings, but we really helped them to navigate and remind them that it was a work in progress and we were just exploring. So yeah, so a little bit about COVID and how it's affected our kids program significantly. In 2020-21, so the school year, our program follows the school year. We offered a discount for all of our families because all of our programs were strictly online for the year. So we offered a 15% discount on our 2018 prices. Now, because of that, it set us back quite a bit. However, we were able to keep our doors open. We were able to continue to offer programming, even if it was virtual, which was really important to us because we didn't want to lose touch with our community. And we operated with less classes this year once we went back in person because of the regulations. We needed to offer 15-minute breaks between all of our classes in order to run the HEPA filters, to use the fogging system, all of those things. So we weren't able to run as many classes this year, and less children due to the physical distancing rules. We have invested in a significant amount of PPE, as I know all the organizations have, high quality HEPA filters, foggers, everything we need. We did lose many students. Many students, I think, lost the passion and lost the motivation to come back to our program. Unfortunately, we tried to, encourage everyone and offer that space. But I will say that the students that did return have been 150% invested and so happy to be back. So and we are still, we offer and are welcome in the new year to anyone at any time that was part of our program or wants to be part of our program. We will always welcome them back. There has been a big shift in our students, as I know most of you will know from working with families of teens and kids. They have very decreased confidence. They don't feel good about their capabilities. They feel like they have been set back because of COVID. And we've had to pivot a lot of things. One, Pandemic Plus, we did end up running a bunch of virtual only programs, including musical theater and acting for film and TV, which have been a huge success. And we've been able to then outreach to more students that aren't just in our local community. And moving forward, we can continue to still enforce our mandatory masking and physical distancing and vaccination proof for our 12 plus students. We are part of the larger college bracket too, but we are moving forward with in-person showcases in June, which the kids are so thrilled about. They'll still be wearing masks, but they'll be an audience. So we don't care. We're so excited. We are going to be offering 16 one-week camps in August. We already shared a bit about that, but we are 87% full, and we are so thrilled, and it's going to be amazing, and it's all going to work out. And then we plan to go into the new year offering more spaces again and continuing to build our program up to what it was before. So yeah, that's what I have to share about our program. And we are, again, so grateful to the Kiwanis because we never would have been able to offer the program we did last summer or even have the opportunity to offer a bursary program to one of those students. She would have probably never been connected with us otherwise.
Thank you, Leanne. That was great. I really like how this the program and the funds were, placed so much emphasis on just the experience and the process. There's always so much value placed on performance and competition, but just the exploration and an expression of art and creativity experience, I think, is so great. I think that art for art's sake is not really celebrated enough, and I'm so glad that that's what was accomplished with the funds last year. So thank you for that. And so we are running a little bit tight on time, but we do have a couple of minutes for Q&A. If anybody is here and has any questions about the arts grants, anything that you might want to ask. Maybe I'm not too sure if we can hang back for a few minutes after 1 o'clock. I'm not too sure about that, but we do have a few minutes if anyone wants to put their hand up, or you can always just send an email to Carrie Ann and myself.
Sorry, Liz, I've just got a quick question in chat. Yes. It said, of course, Leanne, great program. And they were wondering if you'd be able to do it again next year and following on program. And the follow-up question was, would the grants be supporting sequential programming? As in, you did that last year, would grants be awarded to programs that would be repeating their programming for this year in their application?
Okay, great. No, that's a good question, and I think that requesting funding for programming that received funding in the past is not at all prohibited. So I would encourage applications for the same type of programming if that's what the funding is required for. We're expecting, I think, far more applicants this year. I think that the word is getting out about the arts grants, but I'm really looking forward to seeing what everybody is doing, and the new and exciting ways that the funds can be used this year. And I don't see any other hands up. But again, if there are any other questions, please feel free to email Carrie Ann and or myself. Before I, sorry, Hope, I do see your hand is up.
I had posted something in the chat. It was just a suggestion.
Oh, okay. Yes, sorry.
That maybe one of your performances could be shared at one of our districts convention, because I think it would enhance the mission of the grant and the impact it has on the recipients. That's a little too late for this one, but I think maybe even the next one, if it could happen.
That's a great idea, Hope, and that's something that I think we can talk about offline for sure. Thank you. Cherry, your hand is up.
Oh yeah, I had a question for Leanne. So since COVID started, the group couldn't perform at your usual locations, such as Christmas markets and other public spaces. So are there any new or alternative spaces that your group has started performing at since COVID has started?
Unfortunately not. So we did run a company class, and what we did for that class, instead of highlighting we're going to go out and do performances, we had guest artists come in, work with the students to create like a 1-minute piece, and then we filmed that piece and then shared that with everyone and put more of the focus on creating art for film, just to give a different experience. But our hope is next year we're going to be able to come back to all the events, and parents and families will feel more comfortable.
Great question, Carrie. Thanks, Leanne. And I see a hand is up from the Blackstone Foundation Library.
Hi, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Athena, and I'm the Managing Director of the Blackstone Foundation Library. And our mission is to make multiple Afrocentric libraries across Toronto. And I was just wondering if if I could ask a question that's not related to this particular grant.
You know what? I mean, yes, definitely. But maybe we can. Is it just about the granting process generally?
Yeah, I was wondering. So we're looking to create a children's library in Jamaica. So it's about your international grants.
I see. And so I think maybe we can take that question offline. Okay. So that you can tell me a little bit more information about it and we can chat. So maybe we can, if you want to email Carrie Ann,
then I'll put my email address in the chat.
Perfect. Thanks, Carrie Ann. And
we
can just take that question offline.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So I think we are running out of time. And so unfortunately, we're going to have to move forward. I do want to just give a shout out to the clubs of 23 Central Surrey online, Papine, North Street Andrew, Kingston, Pam's Home Club of Kingston, Eastern St. Andrew, South Andrew, and I think I've got them all. Oh, and also say hello to our district governor, Mel, who is on the line as well. And Carrie Ann has placed her email address in the chat, info@torontokiwanis.ca. So Cherry, I'm going to pass the mic to you for the vote of thanks.
Yes, and before we go, we wanted to say thank you to our speaker, Leanne Galloway. And in gratitude of her time and presence, a donation has been made to the BGC Toronto Kiwanis to support 40 weeks of after-school transformative literacy programming in the name of Leanne Galloway. So thank you again for being our guest speaker.
Thank you, Cherry. And so our upcoming events from Toronto Kiwanis are on May 11th. Our next lunch event will we will have Tim Hudak, the CEO of the Ontario Real Estate Association, speaking on more homes, more choice, and greater affordability. And it will be in person, our first in-person meeting at the National Club. On May 25th, we will be hearing from our community building with our government speaker series. We will be hearing from Stephen Del Duca, the leader of the Ontario Liberal Party, again at the National Club. And on June 1st, a very special event returning at long last, the Kiwanis Club of Toronto Cocktail Royale, which is always a lot of fun, and it will be held at the Balmy Beach Club. And there will be a special presentation for all of the grant recipients, COVID permitting, of course, at that event. Other upcoming Kiwanis events include April 16th, we have the Kiwanis Club of Toronto Caribbean, the Easter Fish Fry fundraiser, pre-orders only. You can place your orders by emailing kctorontocaribbean@gmail.com. I ordered from them last year. It was great. And June 8th to 11th, we have the Kiwanis International Convention in Indianapolis, Indiana. And August 18th to 20th, we have the EC&C District Convention in Fredericton, New Brunswick. So we have a busy schedule coming up over the next few months, and I thank everyone for their time today and joining us. I'm just going to make sure I'm not missing anything in the chat. We also have the Kiwanis clubs from New Kingston and the 23 East Professional St. Andrew here joining us. So thank you for all of you for joining us. And with that, I will adjourn the meeting. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Have a
Amazing
good
job.
afternoon.
Thank you.
Thanks, Liz.
Thanks again, everyone. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow, face to face.
You too, fam.